Welcome to the light of Jah. You are now emerging to the deepest level of your soul and spirit. I hope you are ready to grow more than ever before and tap into your highest God frequency. Here we will cultivate a relationship together, learning how to become the better version of ourselves. No longer will you be lost in the matrix of this world, but rather you will understand that you are an ethereal essence, meant to expand beyond the physical. Your power is infinite, and your roots are deep. With more knowledge, you have the ability to conquer the world. It is about time that you step into your inner God frequency. It's about time you became the person you were always meant to be. You are more than a mere human. You are the reflection of the divine. So, are you ready to take the journey back to light?
Wagwan everybody, welcome back to the light of Jah. I am Jah, and I'm here to remind you of the light that already exists within you. Your godly essence has always been there. Little do you know, you are a form of God. You are an embodiment of the entire universe. You are the essence of everything around you. Everything around us is connected, and we become so disconnected when we get too stuck in reality, when we get too fixated on the physical world. I believe there has to be a balance between the physical and the spiritual, the physical and the non-physical realms. You see, when we don't balance the two, one either overpowers the other, or the other just entirely doesn't exist in itself. So I think it's been a while, and I'm feeling this message for sure, that we have to come to terms that we don't realize our true power. We don't understand our true capabilities and our spirit that lives and dwells within us. Because you see, everything was created from one source. Everything comes from one source. So when you say that you are just a human being and you bring yourself down to that level, you are not recognizing your godly essence. Do you know that? You are not recognizing that you have infinite capabilities. And I believe that when you bring yourself down to that minute level, you really subject yourself to capping off what you're truly capable of. That environment as your mind. So when you create a mind of captivity, a mind that settles for where it is, a mind that is not growing, that is not learning, you are settling, and you are putting yourself in a place where you are stuck. You're stagnant. You're not able to move around. You're gonna keep the same environment within yourself, right? You're gonna keep the same everything, the same thinking, the same beliefs, the same faith, And I urge you to get out of that environment that you have within your head and recognize and see that you're God. You have God essence within you, and you need to believe that. When did you ever stop believing that you weren't a version of the Most High? When did you stop believing in yourself? When did you stop looking at yourself in the mirror and not liking what you see? Who told you that the person in the mirror wasn't good enough? Who told you you weren't worthy? The world did. This physical realm did. Your God essence and who you truly are knows you. And that's what we call the higher self. The higher self is the connection with the divine. The higher self is our God essence from within. It's our soul. It's our spirit. And when you disconnect from your higher self, or when you're disassociated with your higher self, of course you're going to have insecurities. Of course you're going to have disbeliefs. Of course you're going to have doubts about your own life. Of course you're going to be stuck in the same situations that you've been stuck in, because you don't have the belief that you have the power to get yourself out of anything in life, because that's what gods do. Gods go above and beyond and are capable of things that you could never imagine. And when you start having this thought process that, hey, I can tackle anything, I can conquer anything, I am a benevolent being, you have to change your mental space. You have to change your mental environment, because if you don't, you're going to stay within this physical realm. And like I said, you're going to really subject yourself to just being a human. But we must understand that we are spirits having a human experience. You are much more than just a flesh sack. You are much more than just this body that you live in. This body is a tool for you to do the purpose that you came here to do. Remember that. Wake up. It's time to wake up. There's no more sleeping. Because you doubted yourself for long enough. Because if you were in your God body, if you were in your God essence, you wouldn't have this anger, you wouldn't have this sadness, you wouldn't have these worries, you wouldn't have these doubts. You would love yourself and others unconditionally. You wouldn't feel the need to be validated. You see, when you step in that God energy, into that higher self, into that connection with the Most High, with God, with the Creator, that is a reflection of you. When you step into that energy, there's no doubts, there's no fears, there's no worries. There's only unconditional love. There's only faith. There's only a deep knowing of your own greatness. And it doesn't matter what's going on anywhere else. The kingdom of God lives within you, like they say, like it says, right? The kingdom of God lives within you. So everything that you seek is already within you. And I hope you can really come back into this energy of your God frequency.
Thank you for joining us here in the light. I do hope you find your way back here once more. All praises to the Most High God.